does Isaiah Simmons bring to the kicking game?
Man, athleticism, speed. He's very talented, very, very talented. So he's come in and he's assimilated pretty fast, smart. Like I said, athletic, can do a lot of different things, give you a lot of versatility, position flex with him. So I look forward to seeing him grow in our system.
Do you have, given the change in the kickoff rules, and we're getting into the regular season now, do you have a directive of, punt, you say, oh, don't catch it here, or let it go there? Is there any directive for kickoffs now that is different than before?
I'm sure different teams are going to have different philosophies. Some teams are going to be more aggressive. Some teams probably won't be as aggressive. So I think it's, I'm sure it'll be just from club to club, philosophically how they want to approach it. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
What did you take away from the rule?
Say it again?
What did you take away from it this summer?
As far as when you say take away?
In general, like what was your impressions of it?
The rules are the rules. Whatever, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So you just make adjustments, and whatever the rules are, you just make adjustments to the rules.
Does it become an analytic study?
Yeah, I'm sure it does, and it has.
Is in trusting a rookie with punts and kickoffs, exciting, nervous, scary, all the above?
Eric Gray has been in the University of Tennessee Stadium, Neyland Stadium. That's 110,000 people. He's played in Oklahoma again, Red River Shootout, and all of that stuff. It's not too big for the kid. He knows what he's doing. He's done it, and we feel comfortable with him.
Why'd you put Shep back for that return in the preseason game?
It's preseason's for everybody. You know what I mean? It's guys got to get reps. He catches punts. He's been catching punts ever since he's been here. Ever since I've been here, he's been catching punts. So we just want to throw him in there and just let him catch one in the game.
Could you see using alternating who is back there?
We'll see.
It's teams have sometimes, when they want to return, they put one guy in, and when they literally say we want a fair catch, just catch it. They put another guy in. Could that be a?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. You trust Shepard. You trust Sterling to
absolutely
catch the ball.
Absolutely.
Right?
This will probably be another you'll see. But do you have different guys you trust though? Like, do you have options?
Yeah. We got a bunch of guys that have caught punts. We got guys staying after practice every day. Darius Slayton, Darnay. We got guys that have caught them for years here. So we got a bunch of different options.
This team seems to be a deeper team as far as talent, speed, and all that. Does that translate into better special teams, or are special teamers kind of a different animal?
No, like I always say, speed is always, I always want speed. So hopefully it does translate. Guys can play. You can be a little bit more simplistic when it comes schematically when you got more speed. So they're not thinking, they're out there just playing fast and being who they are.
We're focusing on Gray catching the ball, but does he also have some big playability? It seems like for the last couple of years, it's been guys who can catch the ball and not make the catastrophic mistake, but does he also have some home run ability?
Yeah, he's a strong runner. He has really good vision. And again, just look forward to seeing him make plays. He's a young kid growing up in the system, bless you. And, we'll see what happens, but Eric has plenty of ability.
Can Cam Sims step in quickly if you need him to help at gunner? Or?
Cam has played in this division for the last, 4 or 5 years. So, obviously he can do it. We've been going against him. I hit him the other day in the chest, called him the arch enemy, because he was one of their core guys, and he's a great kid. And, he's coming in and working, and, he's a pro. So when his name is called, he'll be ready to go.
What about Taiwan Jones?
Same thing. Taiwan's the pro. He's his 13th year in the league. Anytime that you call his name, he's ready to go, and that's why he's here.
Is it unusual for a guy like that to, 13 years in the league, basically almost entirely special teams?
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a professional special teams player, and he knows that. He knows his role. He knows exactly who he is, and and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, he's been here for 13 years. Sorry.
You've been here a while. Is game week still game week with different emotions or feelings?
Oh,
Rob?
absolutely. You know, when you start to lose that feeling, and you don't get the the butterflies and the little anxiety of Cowboy week, you probably need to find something else to do. You know, it's always fun, especially, for years we opened up with the Cowboys, but we used to be on the road, so now it's here at home. So it's fun, and it's again, I told the guys the other day, we ain't sticking our toe in the water, right? We're diving in head first, so let's be ready to rock.
Speaking of rivals, Cowboys have a rookie kicker. Do you do anything different to make his life miserable or what?
We try and treat them all the same, rough. So, no, our field goal block team, we focus on what we do, and we try and affect every kicker in a negative way. Try and make them feel pressure, and this kid's not going to be any different than any other kicker.
You talk about the Cowboys. You talk about the Cowboys sticking your toe in. You've been here a while. Does it feel to you that, they've won 11 of 12 against you guys. Does it feel that way to you? Do you sense that? Man, it's been a while since we've had success against these guys.
You know what? I never go into a game with doubts, ever. I always feel like we have a chance, and that this week will be no different. Our job is to focus on us and what we do and how we do it. Executing the fundamentals and techniques and all of those different things that come along with our own individual jobs to make sure collectively we're doing the right thing at the right time and making plays under pressure. That's our job. As a coach, I don't ever walk into a game thinking, well, we don't have a chance.
With Gano, do you ever get to the point where you take it for granted because of how consistent he is?
Never. Never.
What is it about his makeup that, because there's not, it's such a transient part of rosters, and that's kind of a rarity to have somebody that stays that consistent that long. What is it about him?
Graham is a pro. Graham is obviously he's talented, and he does a great job of managing himself, outside of the building and in the off season, and he knows what it takes for him to get ready. So, if he's feeling a certain way, he might take a day off. If he feels really good, he might do a little extra. So he does a really good job of managing his body and taking care of himself, like putting the right things in his body, all of the modality, all of that stuff that they do in there in the weight room and in the training room, the prehab, all of that stuff. He does a really good job of taking care of himself.
You've talked in the past about, you're very aware, your gumbo, but also when you see guys start getting roles on defense or even on offense, not that it's a matter of time, but you may lose them. I'm thinking of a guy like Pennock who, with McLeod and Pennock, it looks like you have some game changers at gunner. Are you prepared knowing that his role is increasing on defense?
Absolutely. That's just part of my job. I tell the guys all the time, we hope you graduate, right? So, that's just part of the job as a special teams coach. You try and get the guys prepared to play really, really well, and eventually, if they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to move on, then the next guy will step up and take his role. So, no, I'm happy for Jay Penn. He's done a great job since he's been here, and he's a heck of an athlete and a great man.
Who has stepped up in that spot across from McLeod as a gunner?
We're still working through that. We got a bunch of different options, but we're still working through it. And it's a work in progress, but we'll cross that road when we get there. We got a couple days, so we'll figure it out.